Good evening, Yukta. Good evening, Shobhit. Good evening, Vaishnavi. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Reda. Reda, is that your real name? Okay, you have a nice name, Reda. Good evening, Anand. Okay, so I saw many of your assignments today. So, if you have noticed, I have mentioned some instructions there as well that you have to submit a Python file. Okay, so many of you submitted multiple Python files. So you had to write all of your answers in a single Python file and submit that one file. Okay, so there is no need to submit a PDF as well. You just have to submit a single Python file. Okay, is it clear for future assignments? Okay, let me share my screen. Let's open VS Code. So here it is. Okay, so everyone, welcome back to day 3 of Python and Data Science program. So yesterday we learned many new concepts. We learned about user input and we learned about different types of operators. So first of all, can anyone tell me that whenever we use input function, what data type does Python return? Can anyone tell me? Very good, Yukta. Very good, Akshita. A string. Very good, Parvesh. Very good, Swayam. Yes, exactly a string. So whenever we use input, the Python, the data type it returns, it is always a string. So no matter what user enters, Python always store it as a string. Let's just write one more example here. For example, we have already written here this yesterday variable. Let's make variable age here. Use the function input and let's write enter your age. So here in this line of code we have written print name. Let's also print the variable age and let's also print the type as well. Let's write print, add parenthesis, and here we are going to use the function type, add parenthesis. Let's write the name of the variable name. And we are going to do the same thing for age as well. So here let's write age. So let's run this program. So as we can see, all of the other program is commented out. That means Python is going to ignore all of this. So let's run it. So enter your name. Let's write the name, for example, Ria. Press enter. Enter your age. Let's write 45. Press enter. So here we can see Python executed this line of code. The value of this variable is Ria. Then Python executed this line of code. The value of this variable is 45. And we can see the data type is str. So both of these data, they are string. So str stands for string. So today we are going to learn what exactly is this string. Because throughout this program, we will work with DNA sequences, we will work with protein sequences or gene names, species names. So all of these are strings. So first of all, what are we going to do? We are going to create a new Python file. So here is this option to create a new file. Let's give it the name day3.py, press enter. So this is a day3 Python file. Okay, so here What we have done till now, we have learned about variable name and we have learned about string. That if we have to make a string, we have to use these quotation marks. So let's write a name Rahul. Okay, in the same way, let's make variable gene and let's make a string using this quotation marks. Let's write the gene name TP53. So as you can notice here, 53, what is this? It is a number, but it is inside this quotation marks. That means it is not a number anymore, it is a string. Now you tell me, if I write age is equal to 34 and if I write age 2 is equal to 34 inside quotation marks. So tell me, what is the difference between this and this? Let me know what's the difference in line number 4 and line number 5. Very good, Akshita. Here, this is an integer and here, this is a string. Anand, very good. Shifa, very good. Anand, very good. Sayali, very good. Yes, Soumya Jyoti. Yes, very good, everyone. So this is an integer and this is a string. So in the same way, if I make a variable DNA and if I write a DNA sequence. So let's write A, T, G, C, G, T and let's write something else here. For example, A, G, C, T, A. So here, this is a DNA sequence, correct? So here it only contains A, T, G, C. So for us, this is a DNA sequence, but for Python, it is a string. Because in Python, a string simply means any sequence or any characters, means any sequence of characters enclosed inside quotation marks is a string. So it does not matter if anything inside quotation mark is letter or if is it a number or if it is a symbol. For example, these are symbols, right? So it does not matter what you have inside quotation marks, but if you have added quotation marks, so inside this, it becomes a string. Now, here we have learned to make a string, we can use these quotation marks. So there are another ways to make a string as well. For example, let's make another variable. Let's write variable name 2. And here I'm using single quotes. Here, these are double quotes and these are single quotes. So here, let's write the name, for example, Tina. So here we can see we made another string using single quotes. In the same way, we have triple quotes as well. For example, name 3 is equal to, and here these are triple quotes. Let's write, for example, Shruti. So here what we did, we made strings. So strings can be made using double quotes, you can use single quotes or you can use either triple quotes. So Python accepts all of these quotes to make a string. So are we clear with these single, double and triple quotes that you can make strings like this? Parvesh, what do you want me to repeat? Parvesh, what do you want me to repeat? DNA sequences. Okay, so here, look at here, Parvesh, you can see this is a variable. We understand this is a variable and we understand that this here is a DNA sequence, right? We come from a biology background. So we understand what a DNA sequence is. A DNA sequence contains A, T, G, C. A DNA is made of only these 4 bases, correct? So this is a DNA sequence. So for us, this is a DNA sequence, but for Python, it is a string and it will always be a string. So it does not matter if you add some numbers here, if you add some symbols here. So here it will always be a string. So is it clear, Parvesh? Okay, Priya, I will repeat the quotation marks. So here, see, these are called double quotes. Okay, what are these called? These are called double quotes. So if we want to make a string, we can use these double quotes. We can use these single quotes as well, and we can use these triple quotes as well. You can use any of these. Okay, it does not matter whether you are using single quotes or you are using double quotes. A string is a string. Okay, Priya, it does not matter whatever quotes you use. A string here, it is just made by using these quotation marks. Okay, Priya, let me just write it again. For example, press shift and quotes. Here you have double quotes. If you do not press shift, if you simple press quotes, then here you have single quotes. Again, without pressing shift, if you simple press the quotes two times, so here you have triple quotes. Okay, and inside this you can write the name. So here this is a string, here this is a string, and here this is a string. So are we clear? Okay, very good. So one more thing, yesterday, I think on day one, we learned about comments, right? If we have to make a comment, what we do, we use this hashtag. So for example, if I add this hashtag here, now this is a comment, which means Python will just ignore this line. So there is another way of making comments as well using these triple quotes. So here, for example, this line is a comment, right? Here, let's give some space. So here, this line number 6, this is a comment. But here, as soon as I press enter and when I come on line number 7, this is not a comment line anymore, which means if I write something, for example, this is VS Code. So here we can see these yellow lines and we can see this red line. But as soon as I add the hashtag, now this line number 7 is also a comment now. Now what does it mean that we can only make comment in a single line by using this hashtag? So this is called single line comment. Now, what if you want to actually write a paragraph? So, will you just use these hashtag in every line? It is easy. You can just select all of this and press Control and forward slash in your keyboard, and simply you can just make it a comment. But still, if you don't want to use hashtag in every line, if you want to make it visually like it should be displayed in a good manner, so you don't want to use hashtag in every line, that is where we learn about multi-line comment, and these multi-line comments are using these triple quotes. So here let's add these triple quotes, press enter. Now here you have all the space. So from line number 5 to line number 10, you have these triple quotes. So anything you write, you can write anything in paragraph, and here you do not need to add the hashtags. For example, let's write I am learning Python in VS Code. So as you can see, now this is a multi-line comment and we are not seeing any red lines or any yellow lines. So here, let's write something and let's run this program. For example, let's write print name. So as we already understand that Python, it executes the program line by line. That means Python will read line number 1, then line number 2, then line number 3. So in the middle, we have this multi-line comment. So let's write here that this is a multi-line comment. So at the end here on line number 12, we have written a code to print the name. So here we should not see any error in the terminal because this is a multi-line comment. So let's run this program. So here we are seeing the value of this variable Rahul and we did not see any error in our terminal. Okay, so are we clear about multi-line comment and single line comment? That you can make single line comment using hashtag and you can make a multi-line comment using these triple quotes. Okay, very good everyone. Let's move forward now. So here, let's come here on this variable DNA. So here we have this variable DNA and we have this value which is a string data type, and here if I write print DNA. Now we already know what we are going to see in the output, correct? We are going to see this complete DNA sequence. So first of all, let's run this program. So here we are seeing this complete DNA sequence. Now what if I tell you that I don't want to print this complete string? For example, I just only want to access this A character from this entire string. Are you getting the point of my question? That I don't want to print this entire string. I only want to print A from this string here in my terminal. So do you have any idea or do you have your own answers? How are we going to do it? Very good, Akshita. Indexing. Someone else wants to answer? Very good, say indexing. So let me know who does not know about indexing or haven't heard of it. Okay, Paras. So the question is, okay, Yukta. So the question is, here we wrote a small program here, correct? This is a variable and this is the value of our variable. And here we have written print and DNA, the variable, which means Python is going to execute this code, which means Python is going to print the value of this variable DNA. So this is the value and this is what we are seeing in our output in our terminal. Now I said that I don't want to see this entire sequence. I only want to see A here in my terminal. That is what I am saying, that from this entire sequence, I only want to access A. So we are going to do this using something called indexing. So let me write it. So today here we are going to learn about string indexing. So you might have already heard of the word index, right? For example, you all have books and in the starting page of the books, there is always an index page. That on page number 1, you have chapter 1. On page number 10, you have chapter 2. On page number 30, you have chapter 3, right? So what is that? That is an index. So in the same way, if I want to access this particular character from this entire sequence, we have indexing in Python. So let me tell you how indexing is done in Python. Let's make a multi-line comment first and let's write here, let's copy this sequence. Let's give some space here. Okay, so here we understand that the indexing, it starts from 1, right? A simple counting, it starts from 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And in your book, the index page, it starts from 1, correct? But in Python, indexing starts from 0. So that means this A character here, it is at index number 0. Now this T character, it is at index number 1. This G character is at index number 2 and so on. 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So are we clear with this indexing? We already understand the counting, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you have your books and on the index page, it always starts from 1. But in Python, indexing always starts from 0. So this is called zero-based indexing. Okay, what is it called? It is called zero-based indexing. Now here, you can see this program that my intention is I only want to print this A character in my terminal. But Python here still doesn't understand it. Python here is still understanding by this line of instruction that I want to print this entire sequence. But my intention is different. I only want to print A. So that is where we are going to use this indexing. So what are we going to do? Let's write the print function again. Let's add parenthesis. Let's write the name of our variable DNA. Now we need to access this A, and this A is at index number 0. So to access this, we have to use this position. So 0 is the position, correct? This A is at position number 0, the index number 0. So here we are going to add square brackets. And inside the square brackets, we are going to give the position number 0. Now tell me, do we understand this line of code? Yes, sir, very good. What about other students? Do we understand this line of code? So here, what does it mean that here, this is my variable DNA, which have this value, and in this value, I want to access the character which is at position number 0, and here A is at position number 0. So let's run this program. Now here, can we see that here in our terminal, we are only seeing A. Now for example, now I only want to access T. So T is at index number 1. So just change the number. Let's write 1. Let's run this program. Let's comment this out. Let's run it. So here now we are seeing T. In the same way, for example, I want to access this last A. So here it is at index number 10. So we will just simply write 10. Now let's run it again. So here we are seeing A. In the same way, for example, let's take any character. So we want to access this T. So here this is the T and it is at index number 5. So we will simply write 5 in square brackets. Let's run it again. So here we are seeing T. So this is called indexing. So do we have any question? What is indexing? Any doubts? Paras, you might be having some internet issues. Okay. Okay, so let me tell you one of the most common beginner mistake that you can do. For example, you can see this is an entire string which is starting from index number 0 and it is ending at index number 10. Now that means here we have total 11 bases. Can I say that these are total 11 bases? Because here we are starting at 0 and that is why it is ending at 10, right? So here we have total 11 bases in this string. If I write 50 here, so here what am I doing? I just gave the index number 50. So does this index number 50 exist inside this string? Do we have any position, the position number 50? Right. Very good, Sai. Very good, Parth. Very good, Sayali. We don't have this position number 50 inside this string. So what are we going to see? We are going to see an error. Now, it's very important that you learn how to read an error because error here, it tells you what is wrong. It also shows you where you went wrong. So here you can see at line number 17 means line number 17. So it is telling you at line number 17 you have an error. The error is here, and what is the error about? Error is the index error, that string index out of range. It means that the position that we requested to print on the here, print on our screen, it does not exist inside our string. So are we clear how to read these different types of error? Smriti, we will come on that as well. First of all, tell me, are we clear with this? Do we have any kind of confusion? Okay, now Let me ask you one more question. So here, this is a very small DNA sequence. That means we can manually count it, correct? But here in biology, you already know that these DNA sequences, they are very long. For example, there are 800 bases. For example, there are 50,000 bases in a DNA sequence. So you cannot manually count it, right? For example, just imagine that this DNA sequence is very long, which means it is impossible for me to count it, and I want to print this last character. So this last character, how am I going to print it? Who is going to tell me the answer? Sai, Akshita, who is going to tell me the answer? Antanan, reverse indexing, okay. Very good, Shobit. Negative indexing. So here you can see these numbers, these are positive words. Means I can say this is a positive indexing. So if I want to print this last character and I don't want to manually count that on which index number this last character is at, I can simply do negative indexing. And now what is this negative indexing? In this negative indexing, the last character of a string is always at the position -1. Okay, no matter how long your string is, the last character is always at -1. So in positive indexing, here it is from left to right, and in negative indexing, it is from right to left. So that means this T character is at -2. C is at -3 and G is at -4. Let me, okay, so here it is like this. So here A is at -1, T is at -2, C is at -3, and here 4 is that G character, our G character is at -4, and so on. So the negative indexing goes like this. Okay, so here if I write -1, so what are we trying to access? We are trying to access this last character of this string. So let's click on run. So here we are seeing this last character A. So in the same way, T is at -2. So let's write -2. Let's run this. So here we are seeing T. So in the same way, C is at -3. So let's write -3. Let's click run. So here we are seeing C. So these are two kind of indexing that you can do. This one is positive indexing, in which Python moves from left to right, and this one is negative indexing, which starts from right to left. Okay, are we clear with this? Okay, again, if you have any kind of confusion, you can directly ask me, okay, because I have noticed this, that you guys don't ask question even if you have confusion. So if you have any kind of confusion, you can just ask, okay. Okay, so we are done with indexing. Now let's come on to another question. So here we just talked about a single character. That if we want to access any character from this string, Paras these square brackets. Paras, look here. Look at this line number 16. You can understand this line number 16. What is the meaning of this? That we want to print the entire sequence, the value of this variable. So the value of this variable is this entire string. So if we want to access a particular character from this string, we are doing indexing. That means we have to use these position numbers, to use these index number, and we are giving these index number in this square brackets. Okay, so this is the syntax, or you can say the rule how you have to write the code. Are we clear, Paras? If you have to access a particular character from this string, you will write the index number inside this square bracket. Okay, so here we talked about string indexing. Let's talk about string slicing. Now, what is this string slicing? So here we talked about if we want to access a particular character. So here to access a particular character, we are just giving the index number. Now, what if I don't want to access this simple just one character? For example, I want to access starting from here till here, means the half of this string. Now, if I want to access from here till here, obviously we are going to need this index number, but how are we going to write the code? So how are we going to do it? So the syntax is, let me write it, your string, you will add square brackets, you will write the starting index, you will add colon, and you will write the ending index. So here this DNA here, it represents your string, and here first of all you will write the starting number. So for example, I want to print from the starting, so A is that index number 0, let's write 0, and then what is the syntax? You have to add colon and you will give the ending number. So I want to print till here, till G. So G is at index number 4. That means I will write 4. Are we clear till here? That this is the starting number and this is the ending number. But there is a very important rule in string slicing. Now listen to this rule, very important, that this starting number, it is included, but this ending number, it is excluded. Now what is the meaning of this? I am saying the starting number means A, the ending number, so G is at 4. So starting number, it is included, but ending number, it is excluded, means it is not included. So let's run this program and we will see the output. We will observe it. So just focus here that I wanted to print from A till G. That means we should see A, T, G, C, G. But we are going to see something different. So let's run it. Now what are we going to see? Here we are seeing A, T, G, C. Means 0, 1, 2, 3. Correct? A is at index number 0. T is at index number 1, G is at index number 2, and C is at index number 3. But I gave the index number 4 because I wanted to print till 4. So this is the rule that the starting number is included, that whatever the starting index you will give, that character will be printed on your screen, but the ending character will not be printed. So here the ending number, it is not included. So if you want to print till G, you will have to give the index number 5 because this is not included. So let's run this program again. So now this time we are seeing till G. So is this rule clear? Because you sometimes as a beginner tend to forget these rules. So these are the important rules that you always have to remember. That's here indexing starts from 0 and in slicing this ending number is not included. Are we clear? Do we have any questions? Okay, so let me show you one more thing. For example, if I don't give the starting number, I just remove the starting number. Sai and Akshita, tell me what is the meaning of this? I just remove the starting number. Paras, for now we are building the foundations. Okay, if you are building the foundations here, that's how you're gonna apply it to analyze a DNA sequence. For example, let me just give you a very simple example. You have a DNA sequence. This is your DNA sequence and you want to find out where is the coding region in this DNA sequence. Okay, you have built a program using Python, using some Python libraries. You have a DNA sequence and you want to find out where is the coding region inside this DNA sequence. Coding region means the region that is coding for protein, right? Not all of the DNA sequence is coding for protein, correct? There are some regions. So if you want to access that particular region, for example, CGT. Let's just assume that CGT is the coding region. So if you want to access this, you will be applying these string slicing or string indexing in this. Okay, so these are the foundations. So firstly, we will build the foundations and we will also apply the applications as well. Okay, currently we are at the starting stage. Okay, so I asked one question from Sai and Akshita. Very good, Sai. Very good, Akshita. So here, what I just did, I removed the starting number. So by removing the starting number, it means Python automatically by default understands that we want to print from the starting. So this is the syntax: starting number colon ending number. So if you don't give the starting number, so here Python by default automatically understands that you want to print from starting till position number 5, and position number 5 is not included. That means you are going to see A, T, G, C, G. So let's run it. So here we are seeing A, T, G, C, G. Now for example, in the same way, this time I give the starting number. For example, I want to print, let's start from C. So here C is at index number 3. So here I am giving the starting index. Now this time I am not giving the ending index. So in the same way, Python here by default understands that you want to print till the end of the string. Okay, so you gave the starting number but you didn't give the ending number. So Python automatically understands that you want to print till the end but starting from C. So let's run it. So here we can see we started from C and Python printed us till the end. Now for example, I don't give the starting number and I don't give the ending number as well. So this time what is the meaning of this? That we want to print the entire string. So let's run it again. So here we are seeing this entire string. So are we clear? We can say that these are the shortcuts. You can say these are the 3 shortcuts that you can use in string slicing. Do we have any questions regarding any of this? Do you need me to repeat it again? Very good, Paras. What about others? Okay, so let me tell you one more beginner mistake that you can make. For example, here I have written the starting index 4 and I have written the ending index 2. So without running the program, tell me what will be the output. Let me know what will be the output if I run this program. Paris GCG. Okay. Very good, Akshita. Error. Very good, Sai. Okay, very good, everyone. Let's run this program and let's see what are we going to see. So here we are not seeing anything. So Sai answer was correct. So can you think something of why we are not seeing anything? Everyone who answered the sequences, can you think now why we are not seeing anything? So here the starting index was 4. So this is the 4 and the ending index was 2 and here is 2. And when we run this program, we are not seeing anything. Yes, so here as we understood that Python goes from left to right, and here our starting index number is greater than the ending index number. So Python, it cannot move forward. We gave a greater number and our ending number is smaller. So how is Python going to move forward? Python here moves from left to right. Look at this sequence here, the string here. Python moves from left to right. So Python went on the starting index number 4, but our ending index was 2. So how is Python going to move forward? So Python could not move forward. That is why our output is empty. Okay, is this thing clear? So always remember that your starting index should be smaller than the ending index. So here our starting index is 4. Let's give the ending index 10. So here the ending index is not included. That means we are only going to see till t. Means G, T, A, G, C, T. Let's run it. So here we are seeing G, T, A, G, C, T. Now, we also learned here about the negative indexing, right? We can also perform the negative indexing here as well in the slicing. For example, here, if I write -4, tell me what is the meaning of this program. For now, let's just write -1 as well here. Tell me what is the meaning of this program. What are we going to see in the output? GCTA. Okay, so here we gave the starting index -4. So here G is at -4 and here the ending index is -1. So ending index is not included. So what are we going to see? We are going to see GCT. So let's run it. So here we are seeing GCT. So if I remove -1, that means we want to print till the end. So this time we are going to see A. So let's run it. So here we are seeing A. Here, let me tell you one more thing. In this syntax here, we learned about starting index. We learned about the ending index. There is one more thing that you can add here, and that is step. Now here I told you that I want to print a particular character. Then I told you I want to print only the half of the string. Now I want to tell you that I want to print all the second nucleotides. Means here we have A, then the second base is G, and then the second base is G, and then the second base is A. Are we getting the point? Paras, what is your question? Why end index is not working? Paras, we just learned about that the ending index number is not included. Is it clear, Paras? Yes, Paras, the end index is not included. Okay, so here now we are talking about step slicing. So what is this step slicing? Means I want to print every second base. So here we have A, then the second base is G, then the second base is G, then the second base is A. So here this is the syntax if you want to do the step slicing. So first of all, we will give the starting index. Let's give the starting index 0. Let's give the ending index. Let's give 6. So here we gave the starting index 0, we gave the ending index 6. That means Python is only going to print till 5. And here we are going to give step. First of all, let's write 1 here. We understand step 1 means A, then T, then G, then C, then G, then T. Right? This is 1 step. Means we are going to see A, T, G, C, G, T. Let's run it. So here we are seeing A, T, G, C, G, T. Now if I increase the step, now this time we are seeing A, then we will see G, then we will see G and so on. So let's run it. So here we are seeing A, G, G. So here our starting index was 0, our ending index was 6 means Python will only print it till 5, and we gave the step -2. So A, then G, and then G. So are we clear with this step slicing? Do we have any confusion? Any confusion? Is it clear about step slicing? Okay, tell me, if I remove the starting index, if I remove the ending index, and here I only gave 2, means I only gave the step 2. So what will be the output? Okay, very good. Let's run this program. So here we are seeing every second nucleotide. A, then G, then G, and then A, and then C, and then A. So this is every second nucleotide. If I want every third nucleotide, so A, then 1, 2, 3, we will see C. So A, C, 1, 2, 3, and then A. Okay, so let's run this again. We are giving steps here. So here we are seeing A, C, A, T. So first is A, then C, and then A, and then T. So are we clear with the steps? Okay, now tell me, if I write -1 here. So I did not give the starting number, I did not give the ending number. That means I am trying to access the complete string, and I gave the step -1. So I don't want you to write me what are we going to see in the output. I just want you to tell me what is the meaning of this. I gave the step -1. Anand, I don't want you to write me the sequence. I want you to tell me what is the meaning of this -1. We gave the step -1. Okay, let's just run this program. Let's see the output. Now, can you observe something in this sequence and in this sequence? Can you observe something? Very good, Annan. It's reversed. Yes, Sai. Very good, Shifa. Very good, Paras. Here we reversed the string. We here did not give the starting index. We did not give the ending index, which means we were trying to access the entire string, and we gave the step -1. So here this is the -1, which means we started from here, from the end. So we are going from right to left. So we just reversed our entire DNA sequence. So in bioinformatics, whenever you just write a program to analyze a DNA sequence, sometimes you need to reverse your DNA sequence or your RNA sequence before you perform any certain analysis. So here you just learned how you can reverse a DNA sequence. Okay, so it's just very easy here. You know the syntax now. Start, end, and step. And just to reverse it, there's no need to write anything here. Just add 2 columns and just write -1. And here you have your reverse DNA sequence. So any questions, any confusion? How is it a reverse sequence? Okay, very good. So today we learned about all of the strings, string indexing, string slicing, and step slicing. So this was all about the string session. If start and end step is the same, let's run this program, Paras. Let's write 4 and let's write 4. Let's see what are we going to see. Let's run it. Now tell me, Paras, how do you explain your output? This is the same. I just gave you the same example earlier, correct? By just writing 2 here. And if we run this, we are seeing nothing. So the reason is the same, right? It will not work. Very good, say, because we just wrote the starting index 4, we wrote the ending index 4 as well. So how is Python going to move forward? Python is not able to move forward. So any other questions? What would be -1 and -4? Let's write it. Let's write -1 and let's write -4. Okay. Sayali, first of all, without running the program, let me know in the chat box what do you think what will be the output. You have all the index number here. Let me know what will be the output. Okay, Shobit, very good. Sayali, I'm waiting for your answer. Okay, let's run this. So here, what are we seeing? We are seeing nothing. So who will explain why we are not seeing anything? Very good, Akshita, no output. So who will explain why there is no output? Very good, Paras. Very good, Anand. Left to right. We here, this is what we are learning, that Python moves from left to right. Python is not moving from right to left. We are just giving the negative indexing because here we can see -4 comes first and then comes -1. So we have to write it like this, -4 and then -1, because here Python is moving from left to right. And you can also understand here why Python is moving from left to right. This is our sequence. This is our string. So Python read it like this. Look at the cursor, like how I am moving my cursor, Python read it like this. So Python is moving from left to right. So -4 comes first, right? And then comes -1. So here you will see your output. But here in the same way, if we talk about positive indexing again, if I give 4 and here if I write 2, so here 4 comes here. Now Python is not going back from G to G. So again we are not going to see anything. Okay, so here our terminal is empty. Is it clear? From -1 to -4 in reverse order. First of all, Anand, let me know in the output what do you think we should write, because you have to use your own understanding as well if you want to reverse how you are going to do. This is the syntax. I have already written the syntax here: start, end step. So let me know what should I write here to print your output. Let me know, Anand. I'm waiting for your answer. Okay, so should I write -1 here? We just learned that here -1 comes here, so we should write some bigger answer, bigger number here, right? Means it is a smaller number, but it comes from left to right. We just learned here with Sayali's answer. So should I write -4 here? Okay, and here should I write -1? Okay, so what will be the output? First of all, let's remove this column. So we are going to see G to A, right? This is the correct G to A. Let's run it. So here GCT, correct. The last index is not included. But what if I add -1? So here now I added -1. So let me know what will be the output. Let me know in the chat box what do you think will be the output. Okay, I'm seeing your answers. Anand, Akshita, no. Paras, ATCG. Okay, let's run this. Okay, now tell me why there is nothing on the screen. Who will explain why there is nothing on the screen? Very good, Swayam. The step is negative. Very good, Parth. Very good, Anand. So, whose question was it? I forgot the name. Anand, it was your question, right? So, Anand, do you understand why there is nothing on the screen? Very good, Shobit. Your explanation is very correct. Anand, let me know. Do you understand? Okay, so I am going to provide you some practice papers. You will have some questions where you can practice the slicing, indexing. Okay, why is it not reverse? Paras, here you see we gave -4, we give ending index -1, and we give the step here -1. So it returns an empty string with a negative step. Means the starting here, this is the starting index. So it should be greater than the stop index. Here it might be some confusion because we are talking about the negative indexing. So here Shobit has clearly returned because it is going from -4, but the step is saying -1. So we are confusing the Python here. That is why the output here it is empty. Is it clear, Paras? We are confusing the Python here that first of all start from -4 and then go for -1, means start from -4 and then go to -1, means come one step back. Are we understanding it? That we are giving the starting index -4, then we are telling the Python that come one step back as well. So we are confusing the Python here, right? Are we getting the answer, Paras? Yes, very good, everyone. So I'm going to provide you the assignment sheet. So there you will have all the type of questions that you can practice the indexing and slicing. Okay, so do we have any questions regarding any day 3 questions, any day 3 that we have learned till now? Any question? Are we clear? Okay, very good, everyone. So I just want to let you one more thing, that all the assignments that I provide to you, it has a deadline. Okay, so even after the deadline, you can still submit your assignments, but the deadline is for you that you work on time. So even if you are taking your time, you can take your time, you can work according to you, but you need to submit all the assignments in order for you to receive the internship completion certificate. Okay, so if you don't submit all your assignments, all your work, then you are not eligible for the certificate. Because if you are submitting your work, that is how it is shown that you are doing, you are learning. Okay. Yes, Paras. So today we just building our foundation for now. In the upcoming sessions, we will apply it as well, and then there you will see how Python is useful for biology. Okay, so that was it for today's session. So are we clear about the assignments of your submission? No, Anand, I will upload it today. Okay, I will upload the assignment to today. And also, along with the assignments, I also write instructions there on the Google Classroom. So also read instructions as well. No, Priya, you have to write all of your programs in a Python file. For example, let me share my screen again. Here, see, for example, you created your day 1 file, and here in this file, you will write all of your answers and you will make comments wherever it is necessary. So the assignment that I provide to you, you have to write all of your answers, all of your programs here in this single file, and you have to submit that file. So there is no need to submit multiple Python files. Farhana, the deadline for assignment 1 is tomorrow, but again, even after the deadline, you are still able to submit it. Okay, so the deadline is just for you that you work on time. But at the end here, even after, for example, 3 weeks has passed and you have not submitted your assignments, then you are not eligible for the certificate. Are we clear with this? Okay, everyone, then thank you for joining. Have a good evening.